Alright guys, sorry about that. The Skype was giving us issues. I got disconnected from the group somehow. However, we are into Skin Intimidation. With the teams, we have 4 silvers and a gold representing the blue team with the Mafia Misfortune versus, well, it's hard to say to verse against, but there's 5 platinums and 2 skins. Rumble in the jungle, leaning it back, and there's a Mecha Kha'Zix coming out. Now, Lowen, as I didn't really get to hear your side of it, how do you think these fights are going to go?
Well, Kha'Zix mid, Jace, that'll probably be an even matchup if that's what they go with. If they send that Garen mid, it'll be damn interesting to see. Garen top against what is most likely a Rumble, unless there's some lane switching going on. Rumble will have advantage there. He'll be able to keep Garen pretty much at bay. It'll come down to Mumu ganks to really snowball Rumble out of control, and Jarvan will have to gank top if he wants Garen to survive a decent amount of time. Bot lane, you would think that MF would be able to outpush, but Caitlyn, Nunu should be able to hold them there, and I'd say a lot of it comes down to what Jarvan and Amumu do, at least within the first 10 minutes, and whether or not they do any lane swaps.
Absolutely, and while I'm getting everything nice and pretty set up, how would a level 1 invade go, and who would you give it to?
I would probably give the level 1 invade over to TG, because they have a solid stun. They've got MF double, which does a ton of damage, Jarvan spear, Jace Q, and Garen can chase something down. They would have Nunu snowball on the purple team, but that's about it, because Amumu is really not gonna want to go with Ben's toss. Purple team will be able to engage and disengage pretty well, or they'll be able to disengage well. They don't have that many hard CCs to make the play that aggressive, but they seem to want to go for it. At least as 5, which means that they're probably looking to catch someone, just find someone chilling, because they don't really have that much CC to follow up with.
Absolutely, and as we're looking, the red team is looking to invade the red, and I don't know if they're going to go all the way around. Nope, they checked with the missiles. A very smart play. Definitely a good way to see if they're camping there. However, now the choice is, do we want to go straight for the red, or do we want to go around? However, they're not going to catch anybody out anyway, because the blue team is busy guarding their blue buff. However, we do see MF and Tarek possibly coming up. No, never mind. Very close, though. Very close.
And they figured since there wasn't an invade, they shouldn't risk, because they could easily go in. And with the fact that they had a Nunu, there's a lot of fear that Nunu can come in and steal away extra buffs and just accelerate Amumu's jungle.
And what amazes me is this Amumu is not starting at blue. In fact, he's counter jungling a red. Very good. It'll definitely keep a Jarvan out of ganking for a while. And I guess that means they're gonna go help him with the blue buff. And look, it is Garen mid of all things.
Well, you called that one. That'll be very, very interesting. Amumu doesn't really need the early blue if he gets help with the buffs and doesn't have to use the smite. It looks like up in top lane, a little bit of aggression on Rumble, but they weren't able to do anything with that.
No, and the bad thing is Jarvan has not seen his bottom jungle whatsoever. So, as we can personally see, his red buff is gone with 1 minion. So Amumu won't get the vision or the timer for it. So whenever Jarvan does get there, it will be a bit of a surprise, and it will set him back. He's going to have to do Wraiths, Golems, and then Wolves again to get his level 3. And even then, most of his ganking potential comes from having that red buff to go with this flag and drag combo to keep him there, so the people in lane can do all the damage needed to pick up a kill. And with that red buff being gone, that's going to stunt his ganking potential quite a bit.
Yeah, and that's also going to really affect this mid, because now I'm starting to think that they wanted to use the fact that if Garen lands the right silence with the flag and drag combo from Jarvan, Jarvan can come in and do a lot of damage to mid, because Kha'Zix doesn't want to go forward until later. Garen can't really kill him, but Kha'Zix doesn't want to put himself at an unnecessary risk. Garen can just run at Kha'Zix, and Kha'Zix can shoot him with missiles. But now that, Jarvan is going to have issues. Ooh, top lane, taking a lot of damage to that Rumble.
Yeah, Jace burned half his mana bar just to poke down a Rumble. And even though
they're going to dive. Garen taking a lot of damage. Amumu came in, but couldn't lock him down. He missed the bandage toss.
And Jarvan has cleared out his bottom jungle, realizing that his growth is stunted, and he's going to go up for the race, if not a gank in the mid with his very limited potential at this moment.
Yeah, Garen will do. It's interesting seeing a Garen mid because the fact that mid is such a wider lane, which means you have a lot more space to maneuver. There aren't any bushes to hide in, but you can see Garen can do a fair bit of damage, and then he can if he does it right, back up far enough and just proc up his passive and just heal off of that while they're juking around for minions.
And Rumble's doing a little bit of his own harassing. He's definitely sustained himself pretty well, buying a ward and nothing but potions.
We're about to see the gank in mid lane. Jarvan coming in, instant jump and flash away from the Kazakhs.
Absolutely, and that was a smart thing to do. And he's still at his turret. With that red buff being gone and taken from Jarvan, he's just really gimped. I can't stress that enough. Jarvan needs that red to gank, much like Amumu needs blue to jungle well.
Ooh, top lane Rumble finally getting that harassment down. He hasn't actually backed and picked up anything. He's really just using. Oh, he went ward 9 pots. That's why he's winning. That ward 9 pots really, people underestimate how effective pots are at level 1, and people are like, "Why are you getting 9 pots?" Well, that's enough. That's more health than I could get off of any other item. And levels 1 through 3, pots heal you for about a third to half your health.
Exactly. 150 health does not seem like a lot, but when you only start with maybe 600, it helps a lot. That is a quarter of your life back with absolutely no issues. And you're lucky to even have 600 health at level 1. In fact, I don't think there's maybe 1 or 2 champions that can get there without any help from runes.
Jarvan coming in from the side. The snowball's going to land onto Taric. The net landed onto Misfortune, but they don't seem to realize that it's there. They're going to have to go on to Caitlyn. The ward gets put down into the bush. Instant flag and drag, and the flash away is going to get Caitlyn out of trouble. I think that was as much as Jarvan can really do for them right now.
Absolutely.
Oh, the bandage toss from Amumu lands. They can't lock him down long enough because Garen, luckily for him, just pops that shield and runs away.
Yes, and not only that, but if you notice, Red Team had no wards in the bottom lane when it came to the river. They had no idea Jarvan was there. That has to show you how much of a trouble he's having right now. Now, his buffs, his creeps are coming back in the jungle, and he's doing pretty well keeping up in levels. I won't lie, he's doing pretty good for, losing that major buff. He's not, he's keeping up with Amumu. However, Amumu is about to hit level 5 and has control over 3 buffs on the map. That's pretty important. And since he pretty much has a built-in timer, as most jungles do.
Up in top lane, the slow goes down, the flash out. Instant ultimate Rumble turning and burning onto Jace. Jace taking way too much damage. That is going to be the first blood. And, oh, Jarvan, you best run, boy, because you are level 4. That Rumble is level 7. Except for Rumble taking a lot of damage. Oh, Garen is coming up from the side. Amumu is there as well. Amumu's going to zone him out because they know Rumble is low. And Kazakhs might decide just to dive this Garen because in comes the jump. He jumps right onto him, lands the Q. And I think that was an instant Ignite to finish the job. Ignite is now down. And now Amumu also, level 4, is going to walk right into the Garen. Instant Ignite ultimate from onto the Rumble, and that's going to pick him up a kill.
That could have been played smart by the Rumble. He was low health. He knew Garen was in that bush because he had vision from Amumu. What do you expect a Garen to do when he sees a low health target? He's gonna R your face.
Yeah, I feel like people have forgotten what Garen can do, and Garen doesn't win that many lane matchups anymore. He falls prey, or he was falling prey to things like Nidalee, things like Jace. You could just abuse him. Certain assassins, Akali's could sometimes handle him, but I feel like Garen is underappreciated. I've been playing him at low level, and I'm like, wow, this champion does have a lot of utility.
Absolutely. His courage is, amazing.
Blue stun combo down onto Misfortune. Misfortune has been exhausted. Caitlyn getting out of there. Took a ton of damage. MF didn't ult. She actually isn't level 6 yet, so she might be waiting to try. Yeah, she's farming up creeps, trying to hit her level 6. She should be getting it soon.
And not only that, however, Taric went in there with a full combo. He used his Dazzle, and then his ultimate, and then his shatter, and that's where all the damage came onto Caitlyn. However, it was just not enough, especially with her ability to sustain through the damage with the Doran's Blade and the Rad Scythe, aka Vamp Scepter. With the Blood Boil, it just didn't even matter.
Yeah, MF did manage to get off a double up right before the exhaust went down, and that was really, really, really lucky. It has to be before a spell has fully its animation for exhaust to take effect on it. So like you can exhaust an in-flying Malphite and his ult will do no damage, but the double up had already gotten off. So nice try by Nunu.
Also, along with that exhaust, it just shut down the ability.
Mid lane, looks like Garen got a little too big for his britches. Out comes the ultimate from Mumu. Curse of the Sad Mummy. They're slowing him down, doing a ton of isolation damage. Kha'Zix's gonna pick that one up.
And that's what blue team really needed not to happen. They were doing pretty good, holding off the red team and their killing ability, especially with their team fight and cohesion that they do have. However, as you said, he got a little overconfident and went in for the harassment. Now, he is a melee champion, and everything he does to hurt you is at close range. He has no ranged abilities for poke, so he has to dedicate himself and get in your face.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the reasons you'd be concerned about a Garen going mid, because the bushes are really Garen's best friend. Bush Garen's used, you never face checked a bush with a Garen in the game. Looks like a stun is gonna land onto Caitlyn. She is gonna turn and start burning, landing basic attack after basic attack, using her range to the best of her ability, and I think that won't be a full engagement.
No, it will just be a poke fest. Now, speaking of Caitlyn and poking down with that range, she has the second longest range in the game at level 1. And he's the only person that beats her out. Otherwise, it takes a level 16.
Up in top lane, in comes the flag and drag. The burst combo goes through. Out comes the Rumble ultimate. The equalizer isn't going to kill Jace, but the Ignite, actually, it might. Know that health pot running is going to keep him alive, but Kha'Zix is sneaking around in bot lane. I think they're about to make a play. Tarek does go forward. He lands the stun. The snowball lands onto Misfortune. In comes Kha'Zix. He has gone ultimate, so he's not there anymore. The ultimate from Nunu is going to slow her down long enough for Kha'Zix to jump in and finish the job. And it looks like they're not done yet. The snowball lands. Nunu is going to go in and take the tower dash in from the Kha'Zix. He flies in from the top. The heal from Tarek is actually going to net him 1 kill, possibly 2. No, that jump away is going to get Kha'Zix out of trouble.
That reset is what just saved him. Now, I do feel bad for Nunu. He did his job. He felt like he did his job, too. He tanked that so that his mid could have an even greater advantage. Now, his mid already had a nice 2-0 advantage and a creep above Garen, but now he has a 4-0 advantage. And then you can see that. You have a best friend sword and 2 long swords, plus a tier on a Kha'Zix versus a brutalizer.
That is scary. He's got 2 options there. He could go that brutalizer route, or he could build into the Manamune and use the other longsword to work on that bloodthirst there. Either way, he's kind of scary.
I gotta agree with you, and he has the crystalline flash there as well. Now, what really concerns me in this mid matchup is the pink ward sitting in Garen's inventory.
Yeah, he hasn't placed it. That's been there for a while, hasn't it?
Yes. And that's what's concerning me. But in the top lane.
Up in top lane, all in. But a Mumu is there. Curse of the Sad Mummy is going to catch him even with the flash. Out comes the Banish Toss. They've turned on him, slowing him down. The Flamethrower is running. The flash from the side. I think Rumble might die from this. No, the Scrap Shield is going to save him. Yep, Scrap Shield plus Health Pot too strong.
Absolutely. When you have a shield like that, for any champion, when you have a shield, that is the absolute best time to start using a potion. Because Ignite will eat through your shield first, and then deal the damage after you've already gotten a good chance to use the healing potion.
Do we know if is the healing affected by the Ignite's
yes,
grievous wound, even with the shield running?
Yes, but that's why the shield is so imperative to have, because it lets you mitigate the damage you would take and to slightly bit more health gain.
Definitely good to know. Looks like Mumu is looking for another kill in mid lane. Garen has gone forward to try and finish off Kha'Zix. He does a fair bit of damage to him, takes him down to half. The Banish Toss is going to miss, and Garen might turn back around for a second pass. He could all in Kha'Zix. He has his Ignite. He really just needs to get close enough.
And that's the trouble. However, I think Jarvan's here to help him get that gap close in there. So we will see what happens, especially with Amumu being occupied with his Wraiths and his ultimate still being down. Oh, we see a recall. This would be an ideal time for mid to go in. Right now is the opportunity. No, Jarvan is going to recall and say, never mind. He is playing with my heartstrings, and it is annoying.
Well, you could see Kozik's positioning on the mini map. You know, we weren't focused on that on the screen, but you could see his positioning. He saw him walk in that push from the world. He didn't know how long he was going to be there. He wasn't sure, and you can still see he kept himself off to that side, made the distance so that if Jarvan did go in, he could walk into the bush and jump over the wall.
Speaking of Kazik sitting on that side, he is jumping over the wall and is taking the blue buff right now as we speak. In fact, here it is on camera. Bye-bye, Golem. It was nice knowing you. Now, it looks like he might make his way down to the bottom lane for a play. However, I think he's just going to return back to his lane with Amumu sitting in the top lane, waiting to help this Rumble and get another fight. Ooh,
oh, wow, that bandage toss missed. I don't know if he saw it, though. Did he see it?
I think he did, because it did reach out and almost touch a minion. So, oh wait, his chase,
no, he
really?
didn't see. I don't think he saw it. I almost didn't see it myself. It was right in the middle of a couple of other spell effects.
There's
a chance
you poor
that
boy.
He did not catch it, but he's either he knows or he's willing. He doesn't know or he's willing to use his flash, and in he goes. Rumble lands some damage. Out comes the Curse of the Sad Mummy, and again he falls. Equalizer picking up the kill.
And that scrap shield is just way too strong, especially when you can mitigate a lot of damage. And it's a pretty short cooldown. Considering it has no mana cost, you can sit there and spam it all day with your harpoon.
I think Garen might be finally going in for his play. No, he isn't. Oh, Garen, if you knew where that Amumu was, you would have gone for it. I really think he didn't see it. I think the other spell effects were enough, but I think he is going to finally go in on him down in the bot lane. Meanwhile, the Nunu ultimate is chaining. The exhaust is down on Caitlyn. A lot of damage from that takes MF down to half health. Out comes the snowball. They're trying to do everything they can. The ultimate from Caitlyn isn't going to do it. A shutdown on the other side of the map. And it looks like Nunu is going to pick up the kill. Caitlyn will fall to the MF. And now Jarvan is coming in from the side. Can MF make it out? No, the snowballs are too strong. Jarvan goes in for the flag and drag, lands the Thunderdome. The flash away from Nunu isn't going to get him out of there because he's already burned it. And oh wow, snowball's just too good.
Too good. That is when you know you're going against the wrong team to be doing that on, when a Nunu can clean up for an easy double kill. Now, granted, it would have been better looking on Caitlyn. However, if you can take a 2-for-1 exchange, you take a 2-for-1 exchange. So, that worked out great, especially when a Jarvan came in and just showed how much he was stunted in the early game, and how he still kind of is. We're looking at the scores here in the jungler, and it's 62 creeps versus 86 right now. No kills to 1 assist, with 1 kill and 2 assists. Amumu is doing a lot better in the jungle because of that early invade.
It looks like damage-wise, Kha'Zix is about to spike. Although Garen, that kill he got, he must have just straight all-in'd him, just chased him down, landed the ultimate and the ignite. He has finished his Black Cleaver, which is insanely strong on Garen because it procs every time you hit with your spin to win. But Kha'Zix has his Bloodthirst there, and I would be surprised if he's not going to backseat and pick up that Mana Immune.
Yeah, it'll be very short. He does have his Bloodthirster, like you said, and he will soon make that Mana Immune, and that'll actually be really powerful for him. But in the top lane, there's a bit of trading going on, and it looks like Rumble really wants to go in for it.
Yeah, Amumu is making his way up there. I think they might Dragon. No, they were just clearing out the ward. Jarvan is up there, and the question is, I think Amumu is just so many more kinds stronger than that Jarvan.
Oh, absolutely, and here it comes. Now, the Jarvan's going to know about the Mumu first, but here we go. There's going to be the counter invade for the jungle.
Yep, the engage goes in. Out comes the Curse of the Sad Mummy. The equalizer damage is just too strong. Flash forward, and that Despair picks up the kill. And all it took was 1 ultimate for them to finish the job, and wow, Jarvan just gets popped by that harpoon.
Boom, headshot. That's all I'm going to say right there. That hurt.
I know. Caitlyn ain't getting no headshots. It's all the Rumble.
All the Rumble. He was killed by a harpoon, so, you know, dome shot.
Wailing.
Oh,
Rumble's
Garen's back
going
up
wailing.
in his appropriate lane, quote-unquote, top lane. And there's Nunu.
Oh, the stun down in bot lane. Out comes the Nunu channeled ultimate. The slow is too much for her. The snowball comes out. The ignite is down, but I think Caitlyn should be able to pick up the kill. She doesn't have ace in the hole, though, so the snowballs from Nunu are going to be key here. He isn't able to get it. The stun goes down onto Caitlyn, and she's going to be deterred, but Mumu is coming in from the side, and Kha'Zix is about to pick himself up and double kill. Flash forward. Out comes the Spines. They aren't able to finish the MF. He gone too far. The Ignite is going to pick up the kill, but he's going to die for it. Thunderdome comes out, locking him down. Jarvan finally getting some retribution there. Question is, can he flag and drag his way to victory? He's going to walk onto a trap. Garen is there as well, popping the shield to get out of that slow. And I don't know who they're going to catch here. They should go straight for the Nunu. He's the easiest target to cut off. And they're gonna cut him off, and he's just gonna die for his team's sins. And Jarvan, Garen wanted that kill badly.
Yes, he gave that Nunu proper justice.
Here's one problem. Rumble's gonna take top lane for all of that.
Yep, and that is more global gold. However, I do still think that the blue team got the better deal out of it, since Rumble did not get that tower right now. And he might not be able to get this tower. He may and may not. It really depends. That overheat damage really does amplify his melee. So I think he's going to be able to get it, especially with Jace doing not as much damage as he would like to do. So there it is. Now, I still think it went better for the blue team, though, because they got a lot of shutdown bonuses.
Yep, and they also might be about to kill Rumble here. The Ignite is down. 1 or 2 more basic attacks. 1 basic attack. The Scarf Field. The Juice. The Flash.
Oh, barely just getting out. Woo!
That's Scrap Shield, man. And now, so you got a tower for nothing and a dragon. That's so much global gold for his team right there. Absolutely. And they might be about to kill the Taric, who wandered a little too far. Nope, he'll be okay. Oh man, Jace must feel. Oh man, that's gonna suck.
A whole new level of crappy.
I mean, he's just like, I had the Rumble, I had him. It was all that juke. It was that 1 second juke where he turned down and didn't have vision for the basic attack. And had he, it would have been an easy kill, but Rumble was able to scrap shield flash. It was just like, I'm gone, bro. I'm gone.
I'm gone. And not only that, but he made the smart move of going up into the river rather than down into the river.
Yeah, no, he got out so quickly. Now taking a look at this damage, oh my god, Kha'Zix has MOBA boots, so Kha'Zix is just like, alright guys, I'm kind of fat, I'm 5-2. Let me find me some squishies. Just target them.
Presence.
An instant silence flash away. Garen might still be enough of a trouble for Kha'Zix unless he has some backup. And right there, you know, he's taking a fair bit of damage, Garen, but he's tanky. He's building up some health. I'm not sure what he's going to build next. Might be his standard Sunfire cape. And looks like Rumble and Amumu coming in from the side, looking to pick a fight. There are no wards. Jarvan is there too, so this is going to come down to plays as Amumu goes in, misses the bandage toss, gets silenced. They've done a lot of damage to him, knocked him away. The Curse of the Sand Mummy is going to lock down Garen. He won't even have a chance to ult and just takes too much damage. Same with the Jace, and I'm just waiting for them to pick this dive.
Or as you are very famous for saying, prepare the ulties, prepare to dive.
Prepare to dive. As Amumu lands the bandage toss, in comes the damage from Rumble, and the spines, the void spikes from Kha'Zix are going to pick up the kill. Like I said, they prepared to dive. They didn't even need any ultis for that one. Kha'Zix didn't.
Oh my god!
Finishes the job, taking out Jace full to 0. Oh man, he underestimated that damage.
Ooh, that hurts. And not only that, but they are getting the counter jungling in, and you see them backing off with the bottom lane coming out to the mid lane going, where's the fight? What happened? What happened? What did we miss? Oh. Crap.
Yeah, people, Riot might actually want to fix this if they ever want Kha'Zix to not be OP. I mean, it's not the biggest thing in the world, but it can really make a huge effect. You can fire your spikes mid-jump so that they hit from where you would have landed before you land. So you can dive with your spikes already flying, and that's generally how you catch people, because the spikes land the slow, so they're still there by the time Kha'Zix lands after his leap.
Wow, that's pretty strong.
And that's they did try to reduce the slow there, and taking a little bit of damage is forced to pop his ultimate. Kha'Zix, he understands that Garen can probably still all in him with all of his abilities.
Oh, absolutely. Garen has a wonderful kit for dueling, especially with a very low cooldown CC remover and silence built into one. Not to mention a speed buff to keep up with a leaping Kha'Zix.
Garen wasn't a terrible choice for this, and all the bandage toss over the side is going to catch the Taric. I don't think the Mummy wants to be in there all on his own, and they really need to catch someone out. They know where Garen is, and they might be trying to bait him down and going to send Caitlyn forward, because they have that ward, so the moment Garen walks through there, they're going to be able to collapse on him. And he's still just chilling. I think he knows what's up.
Maybe. However, we do have something going down in the top lane.
Oh, top lane Rumble is going to lay it out to equalize with the flamethrower is enough. Scrap Shield going to get him out of trouble. And now Kha'Zix showing over the sides, just landing those spikes one after the other. And walks right next to Moo. Moo's like, dude, I don't even care about you. I'm just going to chill.
Chill, bro. Chill. Just
In they come from the side. The Curse of the Sad Mummy about to come out. There it is. Kha'Zix dives in the spikes. And actually, it is Nunu who picks up the second kill. Kha'Zix jumping over the side of the Thunderdomes to try and lock people out. He's going to flash away. No, the snowballs are too strong. The exhaust down onto Garen. He's going nowhere fast. In comes the ace in the hole. The slows from the snowball. And that is going to be a pickup for the ace. Caitlyn getting that one in the back line. And they just have too many threats. Everyone just jumps around and keeps them busy, and Caitlyn's just like, pew, pew, pew. I chill in the back.
And I believe we called this at the very beginning, how this was going to end. They have a whole bunch of frontline, where Caitlyn is like the only backline.
Oh, the dive forward. Can Jace pick up the kill? He is going to get one, but gets melted. Absolutely melted by Kha'Zix damage. Caitlyn picking up the kill. Out comes MF Ultimate, and now they've finally landed a stun on the Kha'Zix, but that is the surrender vote.
That is the surrender vote. Indeed. So we will be getting into the post-game analysis here real quickly.
Rumble, man. Rumble, Amumu. Yes, Kha'Zix got bad kills, but I feel like that was all Rumble and Amumu.
Very possible that is such. Now it looks like my league is being stupid now too. Fantastic. Yay.
The Crash OP. I mean, granted, Kha'Zix, yes, he picked up bad kills. Yes, he did a ton of damage. But the fact that Amumu stole that early red, that shut down Jarvan, made him next to useless, and Rumble really just kept Jace busy. Jace didn't have much time to roam. Jace really wasn't that effective. He was 2-7-2, so he really got destroyed. He had so little damage, so by the time Jace got to the point where he would be able to jump and smack Kha'Zix into the rest of his team, or jump onto Caitlyn and smack her around, he just got melted.
And that's sadly what it's always going to come down to. So we are going to take a quick commercial break, guys. Please support TowerDiveTV, as Kenan will tell you in just a minute, and we will be right back, guys.